Okay.
Let me start this review by saying, fuck this movie. Fuck this movie and fuck everyone in it.
What the hell was this?
Hey everybody, Ryan Johnson here. Sorry about that, me taking a huge giant dump. I was just too busy shitting all over the Star Wars franchise.
This movie took everything that you like about Star Wars, that you love about Star Wars, that you thought you knew about Star Wars, and it on it. And it on it again, and then it sets it on fire, and then it on it again.
I don't even have one good fucking thing to say about this movie. It is just rancid diarrhea.
It just fills me up with so much rage inside of my body that it starts lighting my brain cells on fire.
Oh, man, I get so fucking mad talking about this because this movie is so fucking terrible.
I'm pissed off! You know? And I don't get pissed off about movies very often.
What a fucking bomb. What a disappointment. Couldn't believe my fucking eyes.
This movie was complete fucking garbage.
This movie is trash, bruh. This is a whack, trash, garbage movie, and I can't believe what Disney did to me. JJ built some characters up. He built Poe, he built Rey, and he built Finn and Kylo. And guess what they did?
This was the worst Star Wars movie I have ever seen.
This whole movie was why the fuck.
I just got out of freaking Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and holy donkey dick did that movie suck.
This movie sucked ape nuts.
I'm so upset I can't even talk about it. I can't. I'm just like, I don't even... Oh, man.
Star Wars Last Jedi is officially the worst Star Wars film I have ever seen in my entire life.
I knew this was going to be bad from the second the opening crawl finished.
Spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. Holy fuck.
This fucking review is going to be all over the place. I don't give a fuck right now. I do not give a fuck.
Let's begin.
Here's why it sucks dick. Here is why it is such a rancid, smelly dick of a screenplay. We would start with Poe Dameron flying towards the First Order fleet. General Hux is there.
General Hux, who is a comedian. He's a joke. He's a joke character. He might as well be in Spaceballs.
How did he become the fucking general of the First Order being such a fuckwit? Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Poe gets on that fucking space intercom.
And then the first joke is making fun of, like, communication between, like, Poe and fucking Hux, or whatever the fuck his name, Fox. His name is Fox.
And then Hux just being like, I'm wacky, and just on some Three Stooges shit.
It was too goddamn over the top. It was like, oh, am I still on hold? Am I, like, what the fuck is that?
And Poe just starts quipping. He makes a your mom joke.
He says a your mama joke. He's like, I'm on hold for your mother or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening?
And Hux gets mad and tries to shoot him. Ugh. And it completely takes you out of the movie, and I hate that.
He goes in, does this suicide mission, blowing up this stupid freighter thing, bullcrap. We only have one chance to do this.
And the bombers, apparently, gravity applies in space, which is weird.
You can't drop bombs when there's no gravity.
Why are you even wasting my time with this shit?
It's pretty much The Empire Strikes Back. That's what it is. Rebels are discovered. Rebels have to escape their base. A rebel ship is constantly pursued by the big bad guys.
The entire conflict of the galaxy has been reduced to about a dozen, maybe like 8 or 9 First Order Star Destroyers chasing 3 rebel ships.
The rebels inexplicably being able to just slightly outrun a fleet of Imperial... The whole movie focused...
running? Outer space like this for an hour, my nigga.
I hate the fact that this movie basically is like one ship chasing another ship.
Dun 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 dun. That's the movie. Pew 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 pew.
The movie's one fucking long, slow
chase, okay?
It was slower than watching paint dry on your goddamn renovated home.
And it was like, it's supposed to be like, oh, peril, because eventually we're gonna run out of fuel and they're gonna destroy us. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel peril at all. I was
didn't
like,
either, really.
I was just like, eventually you're gonna run out of fuel and then they're gonna kill you. Do something progressive!
They bring Finn out. This fool, they have this man basically half naked in a plastic suit with water oozing out of him. I'm like, this...
Finn is turned into a comic relief fucking pratfalling dumbass who's slipping and sliding on shit.
Juice flowing out of his tubes. Like, that was fucking corny. Like, it wasn't funny. It was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Finn fucking sucked.
He was so lame in this movie.
He was terrible. He was like my least favorite character for sure.
Finn. I don't care about Finn. Like, what's to care about?
What did Finn do in this movie?
They did not explore Finn's backstory. None. The backstory that was clearly built up.
Finn gets fuck all to do in this movie.
Every single thing of Finn in this entire movie is wasted.
You get to Rey giving the lightsaber to Luke. Everybody's been speculating for 2 years now on what's going to happen.
For 2 years, you're like, holy fuck, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna say? Is he gonna be like, oh my god, you're my daughter? Oh my god, my lightsaber? Like, what's gonna happen?
Yo, fucking Rey hands goddamn Luke the lightsaber. He fucking throws it and just walks the fuck off.
He just does it like this. So that was like Jimmy Olsen's death, you know? I was like, this is screw you.
Has no reverence for that lightsaber. He just tosses it over his fucking shoulder. Bullshit.
Luke throwing away the lightsaber like it's nothing? What?
You don't wait an entire movie to start it off with a joke.
Jokes in this important and moment we have been waiting 2 years for. Yeah, no, he's just like, ugh. And if you go back to Force Awakens and you see the look on his face, that's not what he was going to do.
Like, to me, that felt like the director just going like this to fans because we had waited so long for that moment.
Fucking gives him the... Fucking hell. Gives him the light, says, you know, God, I fucking hurt my head. Ah, fuck.
Rey, once again, did nothing.
Rey. I didn't really learn jack squat about Rey.
The most overly powered, worst written character of all Star Wars history.
She spends the first half of the movie pretty much puppy dogging behind Luke Skywalker, being like, teach me the ways of the Force, come save the Resistance,
But now it's like, I don't really care about her anymore because she can do anything. She doesn't have to train.
Why is she so powerful? How did she learn how to be a Jedi with no Jedi training?
The way that her character's written in this just makes me look back at Force Awakens and be like, you know what, yeah, she is a fucking Mary Sue.
Nothing is earned for her character. Everything is too fucking easy. She just gets what she wants, bam, 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 like that. She's just force, like jizzing force all over the place.
She flies ships, she speaks Wookiee, she speaks droid, she knows how to just instinctively use a lightsaber, and she's super freaking powerful.
You just made her, like, perfect. I mean, she is Superwoman. She is just totally beyond reproach.
It was just the most shallow shit I've seen out of that character.
No one cares about Rey at this point. Those who did don't give a shit anymore because she's not anyone.
Rey is just a nobody. She's not even related to the story at all. She has no lore to the story. She's just a fucking scavenger from Jakku.
Apparently her parents were just hobos or something, you know, just sold them for food or something.
No, her parents were nobody. They don't mean anything. Sorry we fucking jerked her dick off for, you know, a couple years about that.
This part, I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? Where he there's this giant monster, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I think it's a practical effect. And then it pans down, and it shows the animal's nipples.
Those are some fucking knockers. And like nipples, and like, I mean, they're big, full fucking things.
And then he milks a giant lactating sea moose.
Right.
Whatever the fuck those are. I call them the fat fucks that Luke just like milks and drinks from, and it makes everyone feel really uncomfortable, and it's gross and stupid. And why? Why are they there?
Why, movie, why?
Luke Skywalker, aka one of the most badass, powerful Jedis in the world, in the universe, unscrewing a bottle top, putting it under the tits The udder of some weird fucking alien creature, and then just nom, 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 nom.
Utterly disappointing.
An old asshole who's drinking fucking titty milk and fishing with a fucking spear that he might as well be shoving up his ass.
I don't want to see Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, milking an alien's boob.
That was just one of the cringeworthiest scenes I've ever seen. And that was another problem that really kind of hammered it home to me, that this is not the movie I thought it would be.
And Chewie, and I don't know why Rian Johnson hates Chewbacca so much, but the only thing he made him do was almost eat a porg. That's all he did. And again, it was just played out for jokes.
They disrespected Chewie. The biggest scene Chewie had in this movie was when he was about to chew one of them little niggas. Yes. He was like,
fuck that shit. Fuck it. Fuck the porgs.
Seriously, Chewbacca should have just freaking gone haywire and all of them, because they were, I don't even get the point of them. They're obnoxious. Why would you let them on your freaking ship? I don't get it.
Leia in space. Again, what?
What was the part where she died? I was like, oh my god, they killed her. And then she was like, nah, I got the Force. And then she kind of just like zoomed away. And it's like, what is happening there?
Let's recap this shit. Princess Leia gets blown the fuck up and now has the ability to float through outer fucking space to her safety. What the fuck was that shit?
Like, she should be like burned to a fucking crisp. She's not. And she can just force zip herself back to the ship, force open the door that no one else gets sucked out of, by the way, which doesn't make any sense either.
They were just like, yeah, this bitch just fucking flew to the ship, but no one asked her any questions. What the fuck? Like, what?
oh my goodness. Leia, that was just, Leia gets sucked out. Fucking Superman flies all the way back out of space into the blown up ship.
This movie. This movie. Are you serious?
Why did you think that Leia flying her ass back to the door was a good idea?
I wish to God she would have fucking died there. I had thought that force power shit was so fucking stupid. You cannot survive space. Get the fuck out of here. That's retarded.
She went from nothing to being a god.
I don't understand. The movie was such a disjointed fucking mess.
But then we go on. Leia's incapacitated and this other lady takes over.
So in comes Laura Dern with very purple hair. It felt less alien and more like watching a woman going through a midlife crisis.
So Poe wants to know, alright, what are we gonna do? But she's a strong, independent, purple-haired woman, and she don't need no man. So she's not gonna tell.
Do you have a plan? She's like, oh, I have a plan. Could you tell us? No.
Just make Poe like in charge of everything. I'm happy when he took over the damn ship, because I was like, I'm sick of this damn woman shit. She doesn't know what she's doing. Why couldn't she just tell them the plan to begin with?
Why would you not tell anyone the plan? That doesn't make any sense.
Why not just tell Poe the plan?
Right. You want a plan? You just gotta. I don't listen to wild pilots like you, Bo Daniels, or Poe.
And Poe is just this reckless flyboy.
I know your type. You're a flyboy. You need to shut up and listen to what I'm saying, okay? What is this crap? What is this feminist garbage? If you had just told him what your plan was, he wouldn't have structured a mutiny.
So he tries to pull a mutiny, and it's like he's trying to do the right thing, but what he's doing is really bad. And it just felt like they made Poe out to be this hot-headed idiot when he was really the only one who was progressively trying to do something.
She allowed Poe to let Finn and Rose go do the fucking deed that didn't need to be done because the bitch knew the plan the whole time. Like, what was the point in that?
Do you know how many people died? But do you know how many people died because they just felt that he didn't need to know? A lot of people died.
Yeah. So she's a war criminal, and she deserves whatever she gets. Her plan is ridiculous.
Laura Dern's character could have just told Poe Dameron, guess what? We're going to send a bunch of transports to this random planet.
Admiral Purple Hair was there as an obstacle, as an unfucking necessary obstacle.
I could not have stomached another minute of her on screen.
And then it's like one by one, their ships started to be destroyed, and I was just like, this is just stupid.
The New Order has been destroying ships left and right, as ships literally run out of gas. We are watching people run out of gas in outer space. Is this a Star Wars movie?
They kill off Admiral Akbar off screen. You don't see him. He says one line in the whole movie.
So they're all trying to escape, and the First Order sees them and starts shooting out their ships one by one.
Now, Laura Dern stays behind with the ship. Like, she's there to die on purpose.
You know, because autopilot doesn't exist in the Star Wars universe, apparently.
That she is going to run a transport vessel through a Star Destroyer using light speed. It's a cool image. Why has no one ever thought of this in the history of Star Wars?
If she had the power to do that all along, why didn't she do that in the first place? Why does she sit there and watch like half of her friends get fucking blown up before she's like, maybe now's the time to save the day? No sense. Completely illogical.
Snoke? They fucking built up Snoke like he's this badass evil fucker.
Snoke was threatening. Snoke was the emperor of this trilogy. And he really made the First Order seem scary. And then they kill him.
Who the fuck was Snoke? And why was he gone so quick like he never mattered?
There's no time to even process it. He's gone. Bye. Peace out. You're out of here. He was a waste of character. How did he get jacked up? Why does he look like he took a bath in a deep fryer?
He could have been this totally badass villain, cool ass backstory, you know. There's like, why is he so feared? Why is he so powerful?
Snoke was so fresh and so new and so just, he gave life to the movie every time he was on screen. Every time there was a scene with Snoke, I loved it.
And you still don't know who he is or where he came from. Just a guy on a chair. You don't even know what the fuck he wanted. He doesn't do jack fucking shit besides sits on his ass on a fucking dildo. Fucking dildos right up his ass. That's why he doesn't move, because he fucking likes that dildo up his ass so much.
We don't learn anything new about him. We don't learn about his past. We don't learn shit. And then he dies like a fucking bitch and it doesn't fucking matter.
They made him some cheap villain, which is so fucking annoying because Star Wars has always had good, strong villains.
That's how fucking bad it is. I don't even know what he's called, so I'm calling him fucking Snork, right? He's called Snork. Alright guys, Snork, right?
Snoke's entire backstory just completely thrown in the shitter like no one ever cared about it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck that. Fuck that. Seriously. Fuck that.
Because if he is dead, that is so fucking stupid. And it makes me say, WTF, what the fuck are they doing?
And the way they killed him off was so fucking dumb. It was literally like...
He literally gets killed with a little trick by Kylo Ren that is so cheesy and silly that it makes very little sense.
Kylo Ren uses his force powers on a lightsaber and just stabs him.
Kylo just simply turns the lightsaber and turns it on. Ooh, so cool. Yeah, it was fucking gnarly, but it was fucking stupid.
You mean to tell me this all-supreme knowing being didn't know that he was forcing his saber right next to him?
That's part of my problem, too.
He couldn't see that betrayal.
Couldn't sense Kylo Ren moving that goddamn lightsaber to slice his ass in half while he was in that chair.
He's not powerful enough to see that Kylo's about to kill him. That was so fucking stupid.
And then when he dies, his freaking little red Power Rangers kick into action.
First Order guards, the dudes in red with the fucking laser weapons and shit, all attacked him. And it's Kylo and Rey joining together and like knocking these fuckers out.
So we have our one like epic lightsaber battle for the film, which is great. And everyone in my theater was like, oh my god, this is so good. Except what was wrong with that battle? Oh yeah! Nobody uses the Force!
I was throwing my hands saying, do the Force push! Push them over! Use the Force!
After Kylo and Rey fuck up Snoke, she says, come with me, let's get out of here. And he said, no.
And then Kylo Ren's all, join me and we will rule the galaxy together. I'm like, seriously?
Oh my goodness! Join me! Together we can rule the fucking galaxy! Oh my goodness! Fuck off! How did I forget that? Kylo Ren holding his hand out!
Because he just wants power. Like, dude, that's so fucking stupid, and they're making him seem like he's some cheap villain.
Because I have to be the villain now. It's so dumb. It's stupid. Why don't people see how stupid this is?
He hasn't learned anything. He's still throwing temper tantrums, punching the wall, yelling and screaming, acting like an emo bitch.
He went back to being this whiny emo kid who wants to destroy the Resistance, and she went back to fighting for the Resistance.
Kylo goes this way, Rey goes that way. How did she get back on the Millennium Falcon? How did Chewie find her with the Millennium Falcon? How did she escape without being detected?
You had Luke was going to burn all the books, and then Ghost Yoda shows up, and I'm just like, what in the hell?
Ooh, Yoda comes back. Yes, he does. Oh my fuck, Yoda comes back.
But Yoda! I don't know how Yoda came out of nowhere, and because Luke didn't set it on fire, he created a lightning bolt that struck a tree.
And as a ghost has the ability to call lightning down from the sky somehow.
So he can interact with the fucking physical world, like the real world, even though he's dead?
So Yoda, you think you could have helped out with Darth Vader when you were a Force Ghost? Summon lightning, kill him, or kill the Emperor?
What did you think about Yoda?
Hated it.
Yeah, he sounded like a Muppet more than ever before.
That puppet was one of the worst puppets I've seen in Hollywood. It was god-awful.
I didn't like the way he looked, and he was being the stupid, irritating Yoda.
Like, why is he acting like fake Yoda?
Oh, Mike, in the Yoda standalone.
Can you explain that?
In the Yoda standalone film, we're gonna see Yoda's frat days.
And the new character Rose, I didn't care. I did not care for this character at all.
Rose, terrible character. Like, honestly, the worst character since Jar Jar Binks.
You could have taken her out of the movie and it would not have changed the plot, the story, nothing.
Then we meet Rose Tico. She meets Finn, and she's all fangirling out, and then she shocks him, and then they kind of team up. Whatever. They go to this casino planet.
And then they had their little spin-off adventure to go obtain a hacker just at a casino. I shit you not. Like, what the fuck?
Which looked like something from the prequels. It was like really, really CGI, and they were running around on these stupid horses.
That thing on the casino planet, I mean, not necessary, boring AF.
I mean, it felt like an eternity in that fucking casino.
What else can we talk about? That stupid planet that they went to, the casino planet, where we learned about capitalism and veganism in Star Wars. You want to talk about that part?
You took Finn and you made him have this realization that war is bad, that war is about profit, and profit is about greed, and greed is about wealth, and wealth is evil.
Oh, these people got rich by selling weapons to the First Order. It's like, we didn't need that. Nobody cares. I didn't care.
It gets to a point where the main story is hijacked by a subplot including big fluffy creatures that are being mistreated.
They save a bunch of fucking space horses.
Were the horse things, the like horse dog things that Finn and Rose escape on, and they're like a nice little metaphor for captivity and all this shit.
Finn turns to Rose and he says, well, I guess it was worth it. You mean losing the entire galaxy was worth you going there to free a few camel horses that will be recaptured 5 seconds from now? Rose turns to him, she takes a saddle off the camel horse dog, and she goes, now it's worth it. What?
So, alright, so you have that bullshit with Rose and Finn.
You know who else is bullshit? Captain Phasma. I don't know why the fuck she came back. She was fucking worthless.
Are we done making Captain Phasma a thing now? She comes back, and I think people were supposed to be excited by her. I don't know why.
What does Captain Phasma do in this movie? Literally nothing. She shows up once, she's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then she doesn't, and then she dies.
Finn, the janitor, takes her out.
But when they're fighting, and Finn's like, gets up in her face, and he's like, let's go, what does he say? Let's go, chrome top, chrome lid, whatever, chrome dome, whatever bullcrap he said.
Take that, Chrome Dome. It's a knee slapper.
When Finn hit Captain Phasma in the face after he was knocked off of a thing and then magically came back on an elevator.
Where did she come? Where did she come from?
It shows Phasma walking in with 5 troops behind her in formal formation.
Right.
What? You were just there!
Yeah.
Phasma walks in from another door when she was standing right next
Yeah,
to her.
exactly. With another load of stormtroopers.
I know.
She
Where
was-
the hell did you come from?
Yeah,
You
I
were
know.
standing-
And then she fell down into a fire pit.
They go down to the crate where they have the resistance base. I don't know if it was already there. They didn't establish that it was already there. From it, the guy reaches down and goes, salt. And it's like, yeah, no, really. Is there? You've been here for a while. You haven't figured out that that's salt?
We have another Battle of Hoth, basically. We finished the movie with just Battle of Hoth with pod racers, essentially.
And even when I thought I had escaped those little cat penguins, they just get replaced immediately with fucking icicle foxes.
The crystal foxes, they were adorable and served no purpose!
So now we come down to the big conclusion. Everybody's trapped in a big cave. It's another big set piece that just really doesn't mean anything. They're trapped on a big cave, and they're going to close these doors and wait to make a phone call. This whole movie is a low-speed chase to try to find a phone call in outer space.
The Empire then lands all of these AT-AT walkers to advance on this thing that literally just has, and I swear to God, it's the same profile as the Battle of Hoth. It's 2 blaster towers and a ditch.
I was ready for Finn to die, okay? Finn was doing a thing where he was going to sacrifice himself for everyone, but no.
I was so ready for him to die. That would have given us something. But the Asian girl
Exactly.
saved it. The Asian girl saved it.
That's
That
the
ruined
only
it for
part
me.
Because
Rose wasn't going to allow John Boyega's character Finn to fly into the battering ram and save everyone.
Rose rams her ship into his ship, which could potentially kill both of them.
Because she loves him now, I guess.
She says, "Oh, I saved you." No, sweetheart. You actually put both you guys in even more mortal danger.
She gives some stupid line talking about, oh, you gotta save what you love, and then gives him a kiss on the lips. I'm like, where did this come from?
She kissed him. My face? Really?
Love is what will save us, while the big death laser is about to kill all of their friends.
Yeah. And then you see him dragging her in. I was like, there's not one person that's gonna shoot and blow these people up.
Luke shows up at the base, the rebel base. No explanation how he's there. He looks younger.
And he looks like Billy Mays. And you're just like, and then...
Sees Leia. And he apologizes, kisses her on the forehead.
Until he went out and Kylo, said, fire all your lasers on him.
Just laser bolts everywhere in one small area where Luke is standing.
Once the dust cleared away, he brushed his shit off his shoulder like that. Lame!
This thing from Luke. What the fuck is that?
Like, that's it? That's all you got? I'm like, oh.
Oh, this epic moment and all that stuff. Let's ruin all of the suspense, all of the momentum on this stupid fucking dad joke.
I'm trying to feel something in this movie, and you keep throwing jokes at me.
His fight with Kylo Ren was actually another plot twist. We gotta have a lot of plot twists in these things.
He and Kylo have a fight, but they don't ignite, they don't clash their lightsabers at all. It's really just him dodging and literally doing a Matrix fucking, and like the lightsaber going like that. Kylo eventually gets the upper hand, runs him through with his lightsaber. And we turn around and he's just unharmed.
He's a ghost. He's a motherfucking ghost. Yeah. It's not even a ghost.
He's astral planing himself.
Some force voodoo bullshit and made himself a hologram there this whole time.
For 1,000 of years, nobody's been able to do this. Now, look into it. Okay, but what's the point? Because he dies anyway.
We never saw really what Luke was capable of physically. Because he was busy manifesting himself across a galaxy to be a distraction.
And then you go back to Luke Skywalker's planet, and he's like, boy, astral projection's hard. And he dies for no reason. Yet Popsicle Princess Leia's still walking around going, I think I'll hit the gym.
When Luke Skywalker died, he fucking evaporated. Like my fucking fart. Fucking just another fart in the wind. That's what Luke Skywalker, his fucking legacy, is just another fucking fart in the wind.
It wasn't a proper send-off to Luke Skywalker. He was just, it's like he didn't,
You take the most iconic character of the whole fucking saga, Luke Skywalker, and give him the most uneventful death known to man!
You have Luke commit suicide at the end of your piece of fucking shit!
Which is dumb as shit if you're gonna kill him anyway! If he's gonna die anyway, have him die in battle.
Disney didn't kill Luke, they just shit on his character.
And this relates a lot to the next problem, which is related to Luke just kind of being shat on in this movie.
Well, now we know why Mark Hamill said that he fundamentally disagreed with everything they did with his character.
The biggest travesty of this entire movie to me, Luke Skywalker.
The whole Luke Skywalker storyline was ridiculous and wasteful.
Making Luke a fucking hermit instead of a fucking actual hero. Since when the fuck was Luke a fucking hermit?
He's a total bum.
Luke basically comes off like a bitch.
A fucking coward who was spooked by a Padawan apprentice.
So his idea, smart fucking idea, Jedi fucking master, was to kill him.
He went to confront the guy in the middle of the fucking night when he knew he was sleeping, armed with a lightsaber. He wasn't gonna confront shit. He was gonna kill him. This guy is a fucking murderer.
You're telling me for a fucking second that he would kill his own nephew, that he would murder, he would think about fucking murdering his nephew. No, that's not gonna fucking happen.
That is like the most un-Luke Skywalker thing that Luke Skywalker has ever done.
Luke would never, ever, ever consider killing his nephew.
This motherfucker tries to save his dad and believes that there's still good in Darth Vader.
Motherfucking Darth Vader, okay? If you think there's hope in Darth Vader, how are you going to think this little kid is beyond saving?
So Luke ran away like a coward, chicken shit pussy to live on a fucking mountain like he was a fucking Highlander.
I have fucked up royally, and I came out here to die.
I can't do this anymore. This movie physically made me sad. It ruined the Luke character because his death, I didn't fucking give a shit.
You get the final shots of them and Rey's like, ooh, and she lifts up the stuff, and then okay, everybody's safe. They get in the Millennium Falcon.
The Force is more than moving rocks. And what does she proceed to do? She moves rocks.
Back at the end when she has to lift rocks.
And then your eyes roll back in your head so fast.
She fucking lifts rocks. Great job, Rey. Excellent move. Well done, you. So,
It's over. But no, it's not. We get to go back to the casino planet.
Orphan child, Timothy Cricket, whatever, freaking at the end, looking up to the stars.
And he's like, wow. And then he lifts up his broom like it's a lightsaber. And then it shows the ring. And then he smiles. And then it ends. And you're just like, what in the hell was that?
Wow, that's such fucking climactic. This was a mind fuck. Like, what the fuck? Did I just watch a spoof film?
I just left disgusted. I was pissed. For me, this is definitely the worst Star Wars movie I've seen.
This movie had flaws way from beginning to end. It didn't even feel like a Star Wars film.
Where it falls apart is the most important thing, the story.
This movie is like 12 people wrote scripts, they put them all in a blender, and only kept the shitty parts.
There was literally like 7 different freaking plots going on at once.
Stupid fucking scene after stupid fucking scene.
If you write a script that is so flawed, that is so disrespectful, that it might as well be a giant dick slap in the face.
It's a joke. It's a fucking plot hole written joke.
There's so many plot holes and things that don't make sense.
Oh man, I feel like it was sloppy writing. It really was sloppy writing.
It was terrible storytelling. Nothing happens. There's no character development.
You learn nothing. Nothing gets moved forward. People are dying left and right, and it just doesn't matter.
It was too fucking jokey. There was fucking never a point where anything was taken seriously.
They just try to like push the jokes on anyone and everywhere, and I don't get it. Why?
I don't understand why they went so far out of their way to push out their base of fans.
They gave the movie to some guy and said, make a movie and just do whatever the fuck you want.
I honestly feel like I could have wrote a better fucking movie. Like, what the fuck was that?
Nobody wants any of this. What we want is a solid Star Wars storyline, and Rian Johnson, you done fucked it up. Big time.
So Rian Johnson, you done fucked up, bro! As the Sith Lord says, Order 66, you're candy ass! Swole is the goal, size is the prize, it's game to clock, motherfucker! Let's go!
Disney magic! There's no more Star Wars! There's no more Christmas!